their their faces, they have a dark cloak with a hood on, like a brown
Yes.
color, masculine presence, like shoulders,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't see too much of his body. And he's just quiet and strong. It's not. I can't see his face at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know who it is.
So invite him to sit next to you on the bench. And just feel his soul. And in this place, you'll be able to speak telepathically, mind to mind, soul to soul. What do you sense from this masculine presence?
Oh, ah,
Mm-hmm. What's the first thing that comes
oh,
from your mind?
just quiet, a quiet strength and comfort.
Mm-hmm.
Just, just no words. Just solidity. Someone solid
Yes.
sitting beside me, and I feel like they're looking straight ahead, and I'm kind of looking straight ahead.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just so comfortable, and just like this is it. This is the way it should be, or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. So take a moment as you're sitting with him. Ask him, mind to mind, who are you to me?
Your father?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, tell me more.
I'm your father.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Um, I just want you to know that you're not alone in the
Mm-hmm.
world. Sorry, I'm crying already.
No, that's all right. Cry all you need. Go ahead. You're not alone in the world. What else does he say to you? Yes.
You're doing great.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Get all of
Sorry.
the information you need from him. This is a special
Okay.
moment between both of you. What else does he tell you?
Just there is no there's no reason to to fret, to worry. It's just it's just uh so so sturdy, so stable, so just like I don't even have words. He's just encouraging me to just stay the course. It's just beautiful. Everything is is I don't want to use the word good. Everything is as it should be, and just relax into the perfection that is life. And yeah, it's just this and anchoring like this person, this father who his father figure is I don't recognize them who they are other than they are a father figure
Mm-hmm.
who has always been there for me, always will be there for me, and is just calm, just finally like just calm and just really it's don't make such a big deal out of
Mm-hmm.
everything. just,
Yes.
just relax.
Yes. So is he open for me to ask him some questions?
Um, yes, please.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So in the lifetime that she's living, she wants to know how to get to the next level. What do you tell her about that?
Stay the course.
Mm-hmm.
She's
But she,
she's
but
not
she,
happy to hear that.
yeah, she's
Or
very anxious
she,
to get to the next level.
yes, she thinks I was going to give her some magical words of wisdom.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Magical step 1, step 2, step 3, but I can't stress enough how I can't stress enough how she she should just be and stay the course
Mm-hmm.
and not to worry.
Yes. What about all of these regrets that she has from her life? All of the things that she feels that maybe she shouldn't have done, relationships she was in. What do you tell her about the past that she's experienced?
Oh dear Joan. Oh dear Joan. It warms it warms my heart to hear your earnestness. It warms my heart to hear your earnestness that you truly, you truly, you truly have a heart of pure gold. Sorry. You
Mm-hmm.
have a heart of pure gold and the very best intentions for all living creatures, creatures, seen and unseen. And I, I see how you have suffered and sacrificed in order to maintain this, in order to maintain this uh, giving spirit.
Mm-hmm. She feels very different. Is that because she has a heart of gold?
Yes,
Mm-hmm. What do you
it's
tell
so
her?
beautiful.
Tell
It's
her
so
about being
beautiful.
different.
Oh, if I could only take away your suffering, I would do it. But it is all part of. It's all part of the experience. It's all part of the plan. And it does pain me to watch this, to have to watch someone of such such purity. It pains me to have to watch this, but I know it's all for the better. It's all for the end goal of unity. It's all for the end goal of unity, and it will it will just, dear Joan, please know that you can enjoy this current lifetime because it's all for the betterment of humanity in the end.
What is her role in bettering humanity?
She is already fulfilling that role.
How is she fulfilling that role? I know she's curious about how she impacts the world.
I just need to elaborate and emphasize, re-emphasize. If only Joan, please feel this in your heart. You know it, but now please feel this. Every interaction, every gentle interaction that you have with other human beings does not go I don't does not go unnoticed or does not go not unnoticed. It does not go unfelt like a ripple into the universe. Every small interaction that when you when you look into the eyes of of a, another dear soul and another dear spirit, every time you do this, it reverberates throughout the universe in a positive impact. If only you would know that, which you will eventually. You will. But if only I could comfort you in your current embodiment. If only you could feel what I know to be true, you would just joyfully float along the world every day if you only had any sense of the beauty that you bring to people in the world.
And being that she is one that really impacts everybody as she goes through her life, why has she had to endure so much criticism and judgment since the moment she was born? Why that?
It certainly has been pervasive. I can tell you that from from it has been pervasive throughout her entire life.
Why is that? Is she
I couldn't hear the last part of the
is she
question.
a magnet for all of that criticism and judgment? Is there something about her that draws that information?
People people are people are drawn to her, but they don't know how to process it. They they want to be near her, but they're simultaneously they are simultaneously shown their own shortcomings, and it makes them uncomfortable. She really does not understand how, if she radiates love and acceptance of every human being, she does not understand how they pull away from her and they don't want the best for her, or they she doesn't understand that. It just
Yeah.
they're just uncomfortable. They just don't know how to handle it.
So, what advice do you give her for that?
I'm sorry to say there's no remedy for this. You can, Joan, you're just going to have to continue, um, just continue giving as you always have. Give of yourself. You just do it, and I, and that's another thing that does pain me. That I'm sure it's not pleasant when you feel that you have friends or people who care about you, and they they do things that prove otherwise or disappoint you. I don't have an answer for that because it just is something that happens.
Is that part of living this life?
Yes, and there will be exceptions, of course. And you, Joan, you know, periodically there have been special uh, relationships that, although may not, they might not be a daily thing. They're out there. They have your well wishes, best intentions for you, and love to share. And you can comfort yourself knowing that these will remain. They will exist always. You might not have what you envision as a quote normal life where you have friends with coffee and it might not be that quote normal, but you have the warmth in your heart of knowing that there are those beings, those spirits out there who truly connect with you, and they're your they're your family of like-minded souls. So you're not alone, and it's really fine. You know this. I'm telling you the truth. You know you don't want to be surrounded by masses without your quiet time. So
Mm-hmm.
you know this really actually works well for you, Joan. So just admit it. Can't believe I
So,
just.
so as she moves forward in life, she knows that she doesn't. She's a loner at home, be left alone.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. It's and
Yes.
you. It's comfortable, and it's a comfortable space for you, so you can investigate all those ideas and concepts that you need time to expand. So you are not alone, and just please don't be disappointed by those people. I know it's hard when they actually reach out and hurt you, try to hurt you. That is uncomfortable. You'd rather them just go away and not at least try to hurt you. But you know now that we've had this conversation, you will for the future be able to uh, understand and
Mm-hmm.
not let it affect you so much.
About her automatic writing, who's the one who is communicating with her? Who is the
Mm.
we that speaks with her?
It's a it's a large collective.
Can
Um,
you tell me about that?
she's she's reminding me of one name that popped in that's kind of interesting to her,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and this was a while back, but she asked the same question, and she said, "Who is this? Who's communicating?" And the name Abercrombie
Mm-hmm.
came.
Yes.
The name Abercrombie uh, came down.
Yes. Who is
Um,
Abercrombie to her? Is it a guide?
yes,
Mm-hmm. So, how many guides are guiding her? She seems to have an entourage.
it's definitely a collective.
Mm-hmm.
Um, her grandmother
Mm-hmm.
and me.
Mm-hmm. She's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, when she was telling me about her automatic writing, she came up with a word that she felt that perhaps it could be devilish. What do you say to her about her communication with the other side?
Dear Joan, we are not going to let that happen to you. We welcome you into the greater realms with open arms, and please don't let that these the fear mongering of your brutal world who has controlled humanity for so long. Please do not let that inhibit your growth. We welcome you with open, extended arms, and we will protect you. We love you.
Yes.
Mm.
And these guides who connect with her via her automatic writing, do they also give her advice that she may feel perhaps from her solar plexus?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
she knows this. When she's finished with her automatic writing, her heart just expands, she feels it. I don't even have to explain it to her because she's right now uh, feeling that feeling that is a knowing, and so I don't even have to explain that to her. She knows what that is
Mm-hmm.
wholeheartedly.
So, how much automatic writing does she need to do in the future in order for her to increase her communication?
Oh, you gave her great advice.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, daily, daily if possible.
Yes.
And when I say possible, I mean that's something to continually improve upon with regularity, meaning don't give up. Oh, I didn't do it for this week, but also I hope that Joan will have a constant little nagging, little twinge if she has not done it for that day, and she needs to get into a regular pattern of doing this on a daily basis, because what she's experienced thus far is just the tip of the iceberg. It's going to be so exciting and mind blowing that she's just slowing down the process by not doing it more often.
Is she a natural channel?
Oh yes.
So, just out of curiosity, it seems that she is able very easily to channel. Will she be able to channel in the future for other people?
Sure she will. Um she I say the word I use the word sure because this might while yes, that will be something she'll be entirely capable of doing. However, we think her strengths are better utilized. Her channeling is better utilized um, to to um, fulfill her own destiny, her more individualized destiny for her artistic expression. We feel that she should better utilize this ability to bring forth the callings from outside of this realm down to the world so other people can experience this.
Hints of what she could be doing.
Yes. As opposed to she has so many wishes. I mean, she has so many ideas about things that she would like to do in this world. This one lifetime is not nearly enough. So, the advice to for her to become a channel for other individuals would probably, while she would do it well, would distract her from this other goal or other assignment that she has,
What is that
for lack of a
assignment?
better word.
Why did she come here?
Well, she's already fulfilling the assignment in her current iteration or her current experience. And boy,
What
we
is
are
that?
so with the working with working with people of all abilities of from all walks of life to provide a safe haven for them because this world is so challenging. And she is making a little golden gem or a little protected space where that's why it's growing. Joan, have you know it? You know it, Joan. In spite of in spite of people within your organization trying to keep this from happening, they are powerless to stop this momentum. You know it. They're powerless to stop this momentum. Please continue leaning into this while nothing in this world is permanent. Everything is temporary, as you well know. So please just lean into this current experience because you are being you are being given uh, the ability to improve the quality of life for many people. You are really so we encourage you we encourage you to continue this for as long as it lasts. Because you know what? There are, we have surprises for you around the corner. We have surprises for you around the corner. And that's why you just need to enjoy this time. And we know you are. We know you love it. but also be comforted in the knowing that we have plans for you. So just enjoy this time while you have it.
Very good. You know, even though she's enjoying her time, there are some regrets that she has. One is very simple. When she was very young, she started bullying somebody else, and that still weighs her down about that child.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, we can, yes, that is sad. That will always be sad. Never, because it's never a good thing. We're
Hmm.
not denying that. However, if we want to take the positive from this experience, which there always is, there's as as Alba was mentioning earlier, the contrast. There's there has to be a contrast, and the fortunate thing is that Joan was able to experience this contrast and have the inner observation, the no the objectivity to be aware of this at such an early age while she was doing that, and that was a little marker. And it's actually a good thing that she retains this throughout her lifetime as a little reminder of um, this is something that's hurtful, that you want to be a bringer of joy. You want to be a bringer of joy. You don't, it's just it is actually turned out to be a positive thing for her because she was able to learn that lesson so young, so early on, and not perpetuate it, and make a mental note of it at that time. You realize that's why it's sticking with you this whole time, right? That you made a mental note of that. You knew it then. This is not right. And you have actually corrected your actions through all these years. So that's a commendable thing.
But recently, she was kind of bullied and coerced into doing something to her body that she did not want to do, and she regrets it.
Oh,
What do you tell her about that? The whole world.
this is disappointing. And want to clarify when I say this is disappointing. We're not disappointed in you, Joan. We are disappointed that this is the state of affairs. Our beautiful, beautiful place that we created. We did create Eden. We did create the Garden of Eden. This is disappointing. However, Joan, one thing we want to relieve of you is that when you have this regret of this particular action, again, this is a pinpoint in time that this is a marker for you now going forward. This won't happen again. We know that. You will not allow this to happen again. Uh, to to join the uh, the we, you will not join the plebiscites in the lower vibrations. You will catch yourself way early from now on.
Mm-hmm.
Even those who you care about, that's hard for you. We realize you are so empathetic that if you love someone and they're not on the same path as you have a hard time letting them go. Uh, just because even those people, if they feel strongly that you need to join them in something that you know is not for the betterment of all, then you will nip that in the bud. So backing up to your question regarding her disappointment or her regret.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um,
Because she's not the only one. There are people from all over the world who were coerced to do this, and now they feel regret.
Yeah. Well, this this is something large. This is large. The issue, and this is not going. I don't want to say use the word punish, but this will not go unpunished to those who participated in this. Say evil. We use the word evil. Those who participated in this evil, those they will not go unpunished. We'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Uh, However, back to we do want to comfort Joan. This is something that she carries with her, that she frightens herself by watching too many YouTube videos. We will say, and we joke. This is an inner joke between us because during her automatic writing sessions, when she asks for advice, uh, it's almost comical now because we say, at the risk of sounding redundant or repetitive, get off the internet. And we say it now. We are joking because without this internet, which has provided miraculous things, including this conversation that is being had today, uh, I keep saying that. Yeah, sometimes she allows herself to get a little bit overly stimulated and fearful. And every time, Joan, when you feel fearful, that is away from the light, and you need to turn from that wherever you're seeing that, whether that be on the online or otherwise. So there are advancements coming that hopefully will remediate some of these injuries caused by the vaccine. Um, and dear Joan, let me remind you, whatever happens to you or others, please be comforted in the knowing that there is an everlasting life. Please be comforted in the knowing that it is an everlasting life. Do not fear, please, dear Joan, do not fear. I wish I could take that from you as well.
Very good. She had an experience many years ago, or not even that many years ago, in which she saw a space between. She had what we are now calling a near death experience, where she felt all the answers were there. Can we take her through that experience?
She's not ready.
She's not ready. Can you explain to her then what was the space? What was the spinning vortex that she saw? What was all of this information that she so much wanted to tap into?
Oh, if she were brave enough, it would. If she were brave enough, she would be amazed. Uh, it is beyond words what she would have experienced on the other side of that. But all in good time. It's fine. Joan, if you were not comfortable with that, you were just beginning this. You were just beginning to know all the knowledge. You were just beginning to sense all that is available to you in this earthly realm, because we're all part of the the whole. We're all part of the whole. So it all can just flow back and forth in between. It doesn't have to stay separated. But that was just the introduction for you, and we understand how you were just blindsided because wow, you were not expecting that. So, but we also encourage you, the the more you want to, when you start your automatic writing on a regular basis, and we're gonna help you with that when you're ready.
How can she tap into that place where all of the information is? Because she was so excited to have others ask questions so that she could tap into it and give it to her. How can she just tap into it on her own.
Yes, automatic writing.
Automatic writing. So she'll
Yes.
be able to tap into that realm where she was in between
Oh,
her.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. And we dare say she needs to, without giving it up too much information, we dare say that she's going to just experience this in visual with visual solutions through her creative process or her art making. She when she turns this turns this on when she's painting things, we'll just be so happy. We will just be so happy to release information or just release things to her to express visually in the world. However that happens, it may not be how she expects. That's all we're gonna say.
So her art is going to change.
Yep. Yep.
Just a question, because there are many artists who tap into this and all of their paintings are coded with information. Is this something that she's going to be doing, or does she
Yes.
do that already?
She's headed there. She's headed there. Great question. Um, Great question. Her former art has been reflective of her keeping herself tight in a box. And although it is lovely and definitely her soul and spirit just shine through and they radiate out, but she's carries that criticism to do things perfectly and correctly with her into her art making process. And that has driven her to, yes, she has gained great technical skill because of her determination to do things the right way. Uh, However, she's at the point now that she can just no longer worry about that. Her technical skills are, she has all she needs. Now she needs to allow us to allow us just to flow through her, and she'll find it's not as hard of work as it was in the past either. She labors
So
over
it
those paintings.
so it's going to be more like automatic painting.
Yes, yes,
She just needs to let it flow and it'll come.
yes.
When she paints in the future, are there any of those entities that are masters that will be helping her?
Bob Ross. Bob Ross.
Amazing.
What the heck? Bob
Is
Ross.
is he part of her team?
Yes. I was expecting someone like Leonardo da Vinci or something.
So Bob
Ah,
Ross is going to be on her team.
yeah.
Anybody else?
Uh, ah. Sorry, I got distracted thinking about the hair, Bob Ross's hair. Uh, I can't envision them. I can't
You feel
envision
him?
them.
Okay. I have a question about someone who has passed over that is very dear to her heart and has caused her a lot of pain throughout her life, and that's her little brother. Why did he need to leave so early in life?
Well, my answer is biased by my. This is Joan speaking. My answer is biased because of a session that I had with the medium I was telling you about, and she revealed to me something that resonates as it makes logical sense. So I don't know if I have the non-objectivity to overcome that. Uh,
Okay. So go ahead and take a deep breath and just release all of those thoughts that came from someone else. And I'd like for little John to step forward.
Oh, oh.
John, what do you say to your sister?
I love you.
You know she's been holding a lot of pain seeing you go. What do you say to your
Yes,
sister? Have you been with her all this time?
yes,
Mm-hmm.
of course.
Yes. And how do you represent yourself to her when you are with her? Are you the same age or are you older now?
Oh, I'm 6.
Okay, you're still 6. With the mind of an adult?
I was an old soul
Yes.
already.
Yes.
We were a team. We we just clicked, and she was always so kind to me. She was always so kind to me, and I loved her so much too. And we
Yes.
just we just worked well together, and it was a quiet knowing that we had our relationship was just a quiet thing that worked.
Yes. So are you part of her team?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But
What?
I don't like to I do try to keep a distance because I don't want to make her sad.
Okay. So when you're around, she feels that nostalgia, that sadness of losing you. Is
I
that it?
I just don't want to interfere.
Okay. Good. Is there anything that you would like to tell her?
Uh she just already knows. She knows now
Yes.
after a long time. She didn't. I do feel bad about that.
Yes.
I feel bad. But she knows now that we'll see each other again, and she knows that we carry this love for one another, regardless of if I'm here physically, she's here physically, if he's there physically. It doesn't really matter. So I just want to take her last reminiscent pain away, anything residual, because we just love each other, and Joan, you know it. So just it's really okay. You can just when you go about your day and you're out there in that beautiful balmy sunlight anytime, and you already do this, but anytime you're out in nature just appreciating God's creation, and I'm there with you, and you already know that.
Very good. Is there anything that you want to ask of your brother or say to him?
um I love you, and I yes, I mean you probably already know this because you're not on the earthly world, but um Grammy, my mother, you wouldn't call her Grammy because she was your mom, but she knows she's going to be with you too, and she's looking forward to seeing you. And I know that's been in her heart all these years, but she has the knowledge. She has told me that she knows she's looking forward to seeing you, and it's going to be a family reunion. It's going to be so much fun. That's all I want to say to you, little John, and I love you so much. You know that. And thank you
John,
for being in my life for even that period of time, because people of your gentleness and your gentleness of spirit are so rare in this world. Thank you.
very good. Johnny, is there anything else you want to tell your sister?
No, but this is Joan. I can see him smiling. He's smiling at me,
Very
and
good.
and I feel him now. I will really be confirmed that he is in the group. that when I automatic write, he's present there. Thank
Good.
you.
Very good. So go ahead and disconnect with that soul, knowing that he's always going to be there for you when you need him.
Hmm.
And I'd like to ask MB to step forward. Would you be willing to speak with your granddaughter? Hi, MB.
Hi, hello, hi there.
Hi. So I know that you're part of the team. I know that you loved her very much and she loved you. What do you say to her? What do you say to Joan?
I am so proud of you, Joni.
Tell her what you're proud of.
I knew you were something special. I knew it. I knew it from very first on. I do feel a little bit guilty that I feel a little bit guilty that I tried to convince your mother not to have you. I regret that now because look what a beautiful creature you've become. And I regretted it immediately. Immediately upon your birth, I knew. And I was happy you were here and I loved you so much. Thank you, MB.
Thank you
And
very
yes, it
much.
has been me. When I say this too shall pass, I that has been me.
Wonderful. Is there anything else?
You just remember back. You just remember the times we had when I said, Joni, you can do anything. You just remember. Remember when I drove you up to. This cracks me up. Remember when I drove you up to for that interview in New York City, and you just went in there, and they said, "You are great. Yes, come along." And then your father. I got so frustrated with him. That man. I got so frustrated with him. He was always holding you back. And your father told you that when you were accepted into that art school, he scared you. He took you over to his office and he said those people will shoot you in the streets, and then the other people behind that will step over your body and keep walking. And that wasn't right. He did. You know, he is my son and I love him, but he has done some very detrimental things to a lot of people over the years, and I regret that on his behalf, but he did it. But where I digress.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to know you just get your gumption up, and you when you want to do something, you just do it. Just take me as a as an experience, and I know you do, and I know you when you think of that, when you think of me and you credit me, that warms my heart, and I know I am there when you appreciate and thank me. But just keep that in mind. If you want to do something, don't let anything stop you. Just do it.
So you were talking about your son. Do you have plans to say things to him once he's on your side?
Oh, he never did listen to me. He never listened. I tried. Um, so sure, I will tell him, but I don't know if he'll listen.
Very good, MB. Is there anything else that you would like to say to each other?
Oh, thanks, MB. I love you so much. You are awesome. You are such a great example for women to be strong back in an era when that was frowned upon. Yes,
Wonderful.
Joni, you just keep up the good work. You just keep going. You just keep going.
Very good. Thank you for that, MB. Would go ahead and disconnect you from her, knowing that she can connect at any time. Let me speak once again to that guide that has been talking with her all along. Could you identify yourself, please? Because at the beginning, we saw you in a hood. Who are you to her?
I'm just, I'm known from her current life.
Can you explain that, please?
I've been with her through the ages, periodically. No, I've been a constant presence for her through the ages.
Yes.
But I'm calm. I'm not loud.
Are you considered her main guide or just one of them?
I have not acted as an interceder, or I'm more of uh, the word comfort animal has just popped in. It's a person.
Yes.
I'm more of a comfort person.
A comforter.
Yeah, I'm around. I'm just around.
And I know that she has a main guide, and most of them do not step forward. Can you tell her a little bit about her main guide, the one that's always with her?
Well, Abercrombie, and this is Joan self. Like, I don't know if that's accurate or not. That just name popped up. Um, she has been curious about that. She's been curious about this Abercrombie to the point she even searched the name on YouTube, and what she came up with was a jazz musician who's part of a jazz ensemble, I think ensemble, who's passed on, but she doesn't know if this is true or not. Um, but Abercrombie comes forward as when Alba asks about a main guide, that name pops up. I don't know
Yes.
why.
Yes. And I know that the main guides are responsible for keeping her safe, for guiding her through life. Does Abercrombie have anything to say today, or does he wish to remain silent?
He's elusive.
Yes.
I do think I do think it's more of an artistic presence.
Okay.
Uh, or I feel that's interesting because I do not get a sense of someone giving me life guidance or like but now that I've opened to that suggestion, I feel like it's more like hone your trade, hone your craft.
Okay. So who are the ones that keep her safe, keep her on track? Is that her entourage?
God, it's Jesus.
It's God. Is Jesus part of this discussion today?
Yes.
Would he allow me to ask him questions today?
He's beyond the circle. There's an I see I see this is abstract, an arc of all of the entourage in like a crescent shape, and I see a Jesus, not like the picture Jesus. I see a Jesus outside of that arc, higher,
Yes.
higher, beyond. He's just so far beyond,
Yes.
un, just obviously, but it's interesting to see that he's not part of like, oh, I'm one of the gang, one of the group.
Is he like an
He's just
overseer?
yes, yes, exactly,
Yes.
exactly.
So if we tap into his heart today, I want you to feel what it feels like to tap into this overseer that loves so much this soul. What are the emotions or the thoughts that are being conveyed?
Oh, there are no words.
Mm-hmm.
I have, my heart is so expanded. It's just like a big, a huge open, just, it's like cracked open and it's oxygen and it's air and it's full of love and light. And that's not even, that's just like a tiny, minuscule
Mm-hmm.
aspect.
Yeah.
Oh, it's wonderful and lovely. It's
Mm-hmm.
beautiful.
So
Thank
it's
you.
definitely not the same feeling of the religious Jesus,
Um,
or is it?
you can see glimpses of that
Mm-hmm. Tell me about that.
in the Bible.
Okay.
In certain, if you read the Bible, you, the if you there are certain glimpses of that that are still left from the corruption.
Mm-hmm.
They're peering they're peering through. They're just peeking through. And it might be just a sentence, it might be just a phrase. And if you those will if you do read the Bible, don't hint, hint, hint. Um okay, okay. I know. Um if you read the Bible, you will see these bits and fragments highlighting out to you from the corrupt particles of the written word. So, yes, there are glimpses of that Jesus, that feeling of Jesus in, I'll expand that answer to interactions with people during you're going about your day. There are glimpses of Jesus
Mm-hmm.
that they're there and they're not, you, if you're attuned to it, you know, and they are fulfilling.
Is there any particular parts of the Bible that she should focus on to get that?
Corinthians.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. So take a moment and just feel that love. And notice how this golden light within your own heart is expanded with his love. What do you feel from it?
Joy
Mm-hmm.
and an abundance, so an overflowing abundance that I would like
Mm-hmm.
to um, share.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So as we're focused on that overabundance, that overflowing abundance, I want to just turn around to the contrast of what she feels when she feels like there's never enough, and she comforts herself with food. That's a contrast, isn't it?
Yes, for sure.
How can we turn that around to where she feels satisfied with the food that she eats and not overeats trying to fill that void within her? What do you say to her?
You already eat healthy, Joan. You need to the toxins and the poisons that you punish yourself with occasionally when you get distraught. Uh, you know what they are. So we encourage you to, when you start sensing this, to be reminded that uh, the birds in the fields don't worry about where their next meal is going to come from. You too. So, so to you, so shall you. Uh, your next meal, you don't have to worry where that's going to come from. You, God provides what you need. Please trust in that. And from now on, you will be able to notice immediately before you start eating those toxins, uh, that you really, there are other, that God is here to fill you. Not, you don't need these 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 dirty these dirty non-edibles that were created by evil people to control you.
Mm-hmm. Very good. I know that the body is able to do a lot of miraculous things. And I'd like for you to focus in on the DNA that she carries. That DNA that goes back to all her ancestors that didn't know when the next meal would be, that suffered from poverty, and how she carries this weight of all of those that went hungry. And as you go deep into that DNA, I want you to talk to them and tell them that you don't need that any longer, that there is no fear, and that we can now remove and heal that from your own DNA. Go ahead and find those moments in time and
The
talk to the
Irish
ancestors.
potato famine.
Very good. Go ahead and talk to those ancestors. Tell them what
Thank
they
you.
need.
Thank you for protecting me, trying to protect me. I'm not sure I understand the question. What do they need? What do they need? What do the ancestors need?
Yes, ask them.
What do you need? We need a fertile ground, a fertile soil.
Mm-hmm.
We
Create
need the
that.
weather to cooperate. We need that fertile soil and that disease. We need healthy crops and a political system that part 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 of this was due to. This 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 mass starvation was due to.
Yes. Go ahead and tell them they're safe now.
You're safe. You're safe.
Feel it. Feel it with every cell of your body.
There's plenty. There's plenty for you and for your children and for your loved ones. There will be plenty. This is this is only temporary, and there will be a time when you will have more than enough of healthy, beautiful, lovely food that was God provided and God grown, and all the nutritions of the earth will be provided to you. You'll have enough. We'll be okay. Yeah.
And follow that DNA up the line and down the line to where the ancestors are healed from this
Mm.
and the ones that come after you are healed. Clean that DNA with safety, feeling safe. And notice the shift.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So we noticed
Mm.
that it wasn't necessary for her to go to a past life to get. Why is it that In this session, you all chose to take this route. What did she need to understand with this session?
She she takes she tries to take away others' pain. She tries to remove the suffering of the whole,
Mm-hmm.
and she has tried to relieve our suffering en masse, and we want to relieve her of that. That's why she had to just go back to our group, because she a group, it's not an individual. She just wants so badly to relieve suffering for
Mm-hmm.
large groups of people, and that's why we felt that it's better to speak to her as a whole entity, like a mass of pain or suffering that we want to, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So who was responsible for getting this session for her? Who guided her?
I'm getting the group of guides, that
The group of guides.
the
Mm-hmm.
automatic writing group.
Ah, okay, good. Is there anything that you would like to cover now that has not been covered so far? Or do you feel that we're complete?
I guess I would like to be reassured that I'm not accidentally, that I want to continue to have a healthy body going forward. And if there are any warning signs or anything I should be aware of, I guess please should tell me now, with time to rectify those.
Mm-hmm. What do you all say?
Just, just your left breast.
Mm-hmm. What does she need to do?
She just, everything, literally, she is a very, very, very healthy person. This is a little twinge, that if she, it's there because she gives it a little energy, because of she's a little afraid.
Mm.
So if she would replace, when she feels fear, she should just replace that, by filling that fear, replacing that fear with another, with a with a loving, positive, powerful thought or feeling of which she already is familiar. So to compare that to the feeling that she gets at the end of automatic writing, or the feeling when she's in nature and feeling fulfilled, she should take that exact feeling of perfection, and
Mm-hmm.
she should replace that feeling of fear with that feeling of abundance and fullness, and that'll take care of that. It's just a twinge, but you don't want to dwell on that. You don't want to give it any energy.
Wonderful. Anything else? Or are we complete?
We are complete.
Very good. So I'd like to thank all of you for this wonderful dialogue today. I know that she's going to really appreciate it and go back to it to confirm some of the things she's been experiencing. And with that, I'd like for you to go ahead and disconnect from me. And I'm going to count from 1 to 5. With each number, you'll be waking up more and more. When I get to number 5, you'll open your eyes with complete control of your mind and your body. Your eyes. 5 wide awake, completely alert, feeling wonderful all over. Welcome back.
Hello.
Hello. How was that?
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Tip the camera so I can see your face. You look
Oh,
happy. Wow.
woo.
Just a few tears, huh?
Yes, they were withstandable. Thank you.
That's amazing.
But some of them were more just overpowering sense of emotion. It wasn't
Yeah.
like tears of grief.
No, it was just emotion. I understand that. That's great. So this was very, very enlightening. It was amazing. You're an absolute perfect, natural channel. So definitely that automatic writing is going to really benefit you as you tap into that space that had all the answers. You already been there.
Wow. Wow.
Your grandma's something else.
She's a whippersnapper.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. Her personality just shone right
Came right.
on through.
That's what happens. We talked about this before. It's the same personality on the other side.
Yes, yes, and it's true.
Yeah, yeah. That's
I, I,
amazing.
and I got to tell you, like when we were going through this, I thought, oh, I wonder if this is gonna work. Like the back of my head is like, I don't know, a little like, she. I didn't quote doubt, but I was like, oh, I don't know, is this gonna work? Is this what? And then, sure enough, there it came, right out.
Beautiful. You want to share this?
Well, so two thoughts. I've had the benefit of seeing other people's experience, and that was informative, and it helped me feel more comfortable in contacting you. Um, and if you think if it's not like my own little personal journey, if it's worthy of sharing on a larger scale, larger
Yeah.
picture, I guess, sure.
Well, just the interaction with Jesus was amazing.
And that's another thing in the back of my head. I thought, oh, what if like I didn't know what to expect because I also feel like so humble. Like,
Yeah.
are you going to take the time to? But also from other people's experience of Jesus, they have
Mm-hmm.
had different experiences, not the
Yeah.
same as mine, which was fascinating because I saw a crescent. I talk with my hands. You probably saw it the whole time. I saw a crescent of all the guides, and
Yeah.
then like almost like the curvature of of like a planet or
Mm-hmm.
something, and then
Yep.
I saw another arc up here, and then his presence was like up here, and he's
Yeah.
like kind of calm and quiet and like like surveilling,
Mm.
looking around. Like, I don't know. I can't
Yeah.
explain it.
But you had a big entourage of guides,
Yes.
a lot of them. So, since we're going to publish this, I'll just let everybody know if you want a session with me, just join my mailing list. What Joan did, and you didn't wait that long, did you?
No, and I almost got it my first try.
Isn't that something?
I got it the second try, the
There you
second
go.
one.
Yeah.
The first try, um, as I was looking at my calendar, the slot filled. So but when I went back, it was not available. But the second month, it was just
There
like,
you
oh,
go.
do 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 do. So I would encourage everyone to do this. It is if you're reticent in any way, because and I will tell you behind the scenes, that's one thing I didn't know. So when you actually speak to Alba behind, like when you're doing your preparatory like interview or whatever, you have an instant connection, and she's so loving, and and it's just she's just such a lovely person that and what they say is true, like what all the other people say is true.
Thank you. Thank you.
So
So, and the whole time, this is not the whole session because I do spend time talking with my clients beforehand, and a lot of information flows through me before the session, which we talked a lot, and a lot of the things were kind of put in place already.
yes, we did talk about a lot of my I brought a little bulletin of information to organize my thoughts, and we addressed a lot of those even before the
Yeah.
hypnosis section happened. And
Yeah. So this is not the only thing that happens
Yeah.
during a session. So a
Yes.
lot of it, I was being guided because I felt like I was channeling way over in overdrive with you. So I'm getting the same guidance that you would get during a session, but I get that before the session. So a lot of stuff just falls into place before even we even start.
And
So
that's
it
what
was,
I did not realize was part of the greater
yeah.
process, which is extremely
It's
wonderful.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. So if you want a session with me, just go to my website, albaweinman.com. Click on the hypnosis tab and the newsletter, sign up for the newsletter. And like Joan said, whenever it's there, it'll be there. So if it's not your time, it's not your time. For her, it was today. So thank you all for watching. And I'll catch you on the next video. Much love to you. Bye.